Thank you for joining us wherever you are. This podcast episode is brought to you by the Old Ways Actual Play team. This actual play uses the 5th edition Vampire the Masquerade tabletop role-playing rules by World of Darkness. This actual play is performed by adults and in an adult setting. Listeners should know that this podcast is intended for a mature audience and will include strong language and mature themes. All content, including names, places, events, companies, and so forth, that may bear resemblance to entities living, dead, or undead is strictly coincidental. My name is Rena Henze, and for tonight's game, I will be your storyteller. Good evening, everyone, and welcome to another episode of the Old Ways podcast, Vampire the Masquerade Chronicle, Blood Moon Rising. I am your storyteller and your Hellspawn herder, Rena. And tonight we are dealing with the after effects of a murder dungeon, and also maybe finding out if our coterie has a chance of surviving. Maybe. So, before we can get into that, we need to do some introductions. So, to my right.
Hi, this is Mike, and I play Marcus Voss of Clan Bruja.
And to Mike's right.
Hi, this is John, and I'm playing Vince Markovich of Clan Tremere.
And at the end of the table.
Hi, my name is Tegan, and I'm playing Rahm the Shaman of Clan Malkavian.
And to Rahm's right.
Hi, this is Ali, and I play Katerina Bogdanovich, and I am part of Clan Toreador.
Indeed. And last, but certainly not least.
This is Tiffany, and I play Alex Giovanni of Clan Hakata.
So we are opening this evening on a new night. Our coterie managed to work their way through the serial killer lair of one Damascus, a ministry vampire who has been targeting them for quite a while. And they rescued their various humans and went to their respective homes for the rest of the evening and to try and sleep during the day. So you are all waking up, and by all, I mean Marcus is waking up, and Vince is waking up. Vince, you slept last night.
This is wonderful news. Wonderful news. For one, my experiment was a success.
For once. You're still a little bit hangry because it has been a very complicated few nights for you, but you realize as your eyes snap open inside your coffin that you slept and you did not dream. You still feel like there's some remnants of something, voice echoing around the back of your skull, but perhaps it's just remnants left over. It's gonna be a little bit before you recover from these nights of dreaming, but you are awake after sleeping, and this is marvelous. So, Marcus and Vince, I'm going to need rouse checks from you.
Certainly.
The other three, you did not sleep, and you are going to automatically take a point of hunger.
I have a 7 on my rouse check.
Okay.
I failed mine and have hit hunger 4 again.
So, Vince, as you wake up, the brief burst of euphoria that you feel from realizing that you slept is completely overshadowed by the sudden hunger pang in your gut and the realization that you are now bleeding from your hands and your forehead as the stigmata appears again. And God, you are so fucking hungry. And you know you should probably call your coterie and get them over here so you can cure them, but God fucking damn it, you need to eat first.
It's one of those things where all you can think about is how hungry you are. That's the worst
Yes.
part. But there's two humans in the house?
There's one. Just one.
Oh, no,
Unless you brought Sally home with you instead of taking her to your home. Or taking her to her home. Sorry.
Home. No, I probably would have taken her to her home, yeah.
Mm-hmm. So you have your witness down in the basement who's still tied up on the chair.
Yeah, no, Vince is still, to a certain extent, riding the high of his success. And as such, he's pretty sure, pretty confident now that he has the willpower to stop himself draining his witness. And he's pretty confident he can do this. He just needs a little bit. He's cleared out that stuff out of his system. He just needs to get it back under control.
Okay. So Vince has convinced himself that he can do this. He can feed and reduce his hunger a bit, and the witness will be fine. He can make her a ghoul afterwards. It'll be great. Just fine.
It's all going to be yet another massive success. And then she's going to tell everyone how great I am. At least other vampires. She's never seen the sun again. But yeah.
All right. So Vince, you get up and you feel a bit of a breeze ruffling your hair, even though you're inside. Seems like Mina's feeling a little bit better. But you don't have time to read to her at the moment. You are entirely focused on eating. So are you heading down into your basement?
Oh, yeah. Just...
your death cult basement?
It's rude to call it that. For one thing, they're not really a cult. They're just a bunch of strangers who got kidnapped. But yes. Yes, I am going into my death cult basement.
Well, whatever you call it, it is now full of corpses. You still have some bodies down there you haven't disposed of. So you go down into the basement where you have your surgery set up, and it's soundproofed, which is good because there probably would have been a lot of screaming otherwise. And you open the door, and this middle-aged woman that you had tied onto a chair to watch your ritual is slumped against the chair, breathing heavily. Her eyes are wide open, and there's just this stench of death in the room, this overwhelming stench from the corpses that you've left in here. And you can see that she's vomited through the gag from the smell and the fear and the terror, and she's just staring at you wide-eyed, shaking, trying to pull away.
I imagine it doesn't help seeing a guy who you've seen kill several people walk into the room with blood coming out of his feet and hands and his side and his forehead, and his eyes are yellow and he's got fangs. Yeah, Vince is going to try and use his little magic trick to get the blood to just come out of her veins. And that'll bliss her out a little bit. It'll be fine.
So give me that rouse check.
Success.
Okay, so you, despite your hunger, you manage to control yourself enough to summon your power. So you start taking some of her blood, and without even touching her, and after she struggles for just a moment and looks wide-eyed in terror at this strange new feeling, you see her shoulders relax and slump slightly as she sinks back in the chair. You can't tell if she's got that sort of blissed out smile that a lot of kind get when they're fed on because, she's gagged. But she is quiet, and she is definitely more relaxed as you begin to feed.
Vince is setting out to only take as much as he needs. He's not going to drain her. In theory.
Oh, isn't he?
He's going to do his best not to.
Mm-hmm. Well, you do know what I'm going to say next, right?
I can imagine.
You're going to give me a willpower roll here. -4. Because of your hunger.
For the hunger. Yeah.
Yes. You try, Vince. You have every honest intention of not draining her. Because she's your witness. You want to keep her. She's the first candidate you've had for being a ghoul, and, well, she saw everything you did. So you just want enough to take the edge off. But as you begin to feed, even without touching her, just the scent of her blood in the air and just that sort of intoxicating feeling as it rushes into you and you feel your hunger beginning to satiate just a little bit for the first time in a few days. You can't do it. You can't stop. And part of your mind is telling you to stop, but the animal instinct has so completely taken over that you don't even realize how much you've fed from her until the blood flow stops and you look up and you just see a desiccated husk tied to the chair.
I think Vince is gonna untie her and just take her gag out and wipe her chin. And he's just like, you were gonna tell everyone how great I am. He just cleans her face up a little bit and he's just like, you were gonna tell everyone that I really did it. You would have been so happy. Yeah, so now but I guess now my hunger is sated, right? So at least I've got that going for me.
Well, I mean, you're not feeling so freaking hungry anymore, so that's a start. But, you still feel a little slightly bad about it because you were trying. Not bad for her, necessarily. You feel bad about the fact that you don't have your witness anymore. Jeez. All that work.
She was gonna tell everyone how great I am.
Your hunger is back to 0.
Oh boy. All of a sudden, that doesn't matter anymore. It's just like, oh, thank God.
Yeah, you have this fleeting thought of, damn it. And then that's kind of quickly overtaken by just how relieved you feel because you're just not hungry anymore. And you've been hungry for so long, for so many nights. And the stigmata fades away and you can go about your night.
Okay, so now I've got to tell everyone else to, we've got to figure out curing them. So Vince is going to walk back up from the basement, closing the door. He's going to have to get rid of them, but maybe Alex will help out in repayment for helping Alex out. And yeah, he's just going to talk to me. And he's like, okay, Mina, I think I did it. I feel much better. Unfortunately, I don't think anyone's going to believe me that I did it, but I managed to. And then he stops in his tracks as he's like, oh, I just realized what I'm going to have to do to make sure that it works for everyone else. Oh. Oh dear. But I mean, I don't have time to read to you today. I've got things to do. I've got to get dressed and I've got to contact the coterie and I've got things to do. I'm really, really sorry, but I hope you're feeling better too. And we have all eternity for me to read to you. So that's pretty good.
A book goes flying at your head. She's definitely back to her old self.
While he winces, inside Vince is happy. He saved a family member from a second death. That's pretty good. He's pretty sure that's what would have happened. So, yeah. Vince is going to start contacting the coterie, although he doesn't know how he's going to contact Katerina. I'll just call the bakery.
Okay. So, Katerina, you did not sleep last night. At all. Did you take Ray home? Did you bring him back to the bakery? What did you do with your friend?
No, I took him home and sat with him all night, just watching to make sure he was okay.
So you sat with Ray all through the day as he slept, and as far as you can tell, he's physically okay, other than there's some bruising on his wrists and some bleeding on his neck. But he had very bad dreams while he was asleep. He was whimpering, he was crying, and it was kind of heartbreaking to listen to throughout the day. But he's still passed out, and it is now nighttime, and you are pacing up and down. What is your hunger at?
3.
Okay.
No.
You are really hungry, and you haven't slept for 2 nights, and you are feeling all of these emotions that you're normally able to control, but your anger over what happened to Ray Ray and everything that you went through in Dima's dungeon and just the not sleeping, and all through the day as you were awake, you heard these screams and these yells in the back of your head, and you feel like it's driving you mad. What do you do?
I want to kiss Ray Ray like on the head because he's my favorite person, but I'm also afraid I'm going to eat him. So I'm going to walk away and out the door and lock it because he and I have keys to each other's places. We just don't tend to use them very much.
Well, I'm going to ask you, Katerina, for a willpower roll. As you have the thought that you just want to kiss him and tell him goodbye before you walk out the door. So you care for him, but God, you're so hungry.
4 successes?
Did you subtract the 3 from your...
Oh, fuck. No, 2 successes?
So what I'll say with 2, it's not quite enough. I'll say you go to kiss him on his forehead just to give him good dreams. And a split second later, you find your teeth in his throat. You don't know how that happened, but you shake yourself out of it in horror, but not before tasting his blood.
Can I lick the wound and close it?
You can.
Okay.
I will allow it.
I'm going to do that, and I'm going to leave very quickly.
You leave as quickly as you can, but you can still feel his heartbeat pounding through the room as you leave, and the taste of his blood in your mouth is sweet.
So I'm gonna probably head back to the bakery just because that's where I have a phone book. I need a phone book.
So you go back to the bakery, and a few minutes after you arrive, you start searching around for your phone book. You hear the bakery phone ringing.
I pick up the phone, and I am silent.
And Katerina just hears on the other end of the phone, is Miss Bogdanovich there? This is Vince calling.
Well, of course I'm here. I'm the only person here. The bakery is shut down right now.
Oh, right. Well, I was a bit caught up in what I was doing, so I wasn't aware of that. But look, great news, Miss Bogdanovich. I've found a cure, and it'll work. It's just, we can stop the dreams, I can cure you, and it'll be great. I just need you to bring...
Get to the point.
Okay, I'm going to need you to bring a human so I can ghoul them. And, it just needs to be a ghoul. It doesn't matter who, as long as they're clean.
Well, I had to shut down the entire farm. So what do you propose I do?
It's just like, I'm not sure. All I know is that the process will require a human for me to put my blood in so that you can feed on it. So that but it doesn't have to be, it could be anybody. It doesn't.
Well, that's not helpful. This has to happen now.
The plan is to get it done tonight. It worked overnight for me. You'll probably want something to eat when you wake up, but it is doable. We can cure you. I can cure you. I just need...
No. You will have to find someone for me because I have things I need to do today, yeah?
And she can hear the pause as Vince is like, I have to call a bunch more. I have to call the rest of the coterie. He's just like, I'll see what I can do, but just try and keep calm. I'm going to have to do a lot of work today. It's going to take a lot. I'm going to be very busy. So I'm hoping I can cure yourself, Rahm, and Alex before the night is out. And I think I'll be doing pretty well. I might even need another Tremere to help me. I'm not sure. So if you can get yourself
it sounds like you have it handled. You will be able to get me a human because I also have things to do, yeah? And Oh, I have a cell phone.
Oh, that's convenient.
So I will give you the number, and I give Vince the number. Do not call until you are ready to perform the ritual with the human you have found for me, yeah? I will talk to you later, and I will hang up the phone.
Vince is left looking at his mobile, at his hand, at the phone in his hand, like, huh. Okay, I think Alex is up next on the list.
So, Alex, did you take Eddie to his place or to yours?
No, I took him to his place. I don't want to expose him to any more trauma. What I probably did is dropped him off, got on my Best Buy app, and ordered him all new computer equipment to be delivered the next day. Probably left him whatever cash was in my pocket, took a Post-it note and drew a big heart on it and stuck it onto his forehead, and tucked him in and made sure he had his cat.
This is a whole different Alex.
Well, I'm down to one. He needs
Hungry Alex.
Yeah.
Also, Eddie needs to feel valued, yes. Okay. So you left Eddie to sleep it off. He was whimpering and crying in his sleep the whole way home, but you got him home and tucked in and left him alone. And then you went back to your place. Rahm had decided to go home with his tribe members. So you have the place to yourself, well, you and Luther's Wraith. Right. And you spend the whole night or the whole day pacing up and down. You hear the screaming and the yelling, and you are feeling overwhelmed, Alex. And this is not a feeling that you are used to. You feel the hunger growing. You feel like you need to sleep, but you can't. And you find yourself almost in paranoia, constantly checking the windows to make sure the curtains are still closed and no sunlight gets in, checking your phone frequently, even though no one is texting you because Eddie is passed out. It's very uncomfortable, and you wear a bit of a tread into the carpet as you are pacing. But at last, it is night again. And your phone rings just as you were putting it away after checking it for a text obsessively again, and it startles you so much you almost drop it.
Pick up the phone. Go for Alex.
Alex, it's Vince. Great news. The cure worked.
Amazing. What do I have to do?
I'm going to need you to meet me, and I'm going to need you to bring a human. And he's like, Katerina said that I need to find one for her. I don't know that I'm going to be able to. I'm going to be real busy. If you can sort that out, I would.
No.
Fair enough. He's not going to push this. I'm not going to push you on it. Look, I just, I have a lot to do. And if you can get in contact with, the Tremere, you said, the one whose blood you gave me.
Grandmother?
The grandmother. If you can give me contact details for her, I'll chase that. I'm gonna need.
She's living in Vera's place.
I don't know who that is.
Oh my God, Vince!
I don't know anyone.
Christ!
The only other Tremere I know in the city's dead, and the other one is a Nazi. And he pauses, and he's like,
"Really? Who's a Nazi?"
Don't mind that. Look, it's not important.
No. If you want grandmother's. I will give you grandmother's contact information if you tell me who's a Nazi.
You can hear the pause. He's like, she'll kill me, Alex. She'll know. She will kill me.
What if other people know, though, already? Elysium likes lots of gossip.
I think I'm the only one that knows in San Francisco.
Okay, look at it this way. You want somebody else powerful behind that has your back that wants this information, right? Because if I know and you know, then whoever it is that comes after you also has to go through me and who I know. Look, we'll talk about it when we get to your place. I'm going to go pick up some buddy shopping at some fancy place because they shouldn't be doing those kind of drugs.
They're probably
right?
not going to be doing the tainted stuff, no. Yeah, so Vince is just like, look, okay, I've got to contact Rahm. I trust you. I'll meet you soon.
Okay.
And text me. We'll figure out the details. I'm going to have to do some ritual stuff to get this to work, but I can stop what happened to Karen happening to the rest of you. And
well, I can help too. I mean, our rituals are probably different, but I mean, I'll do what I can.
there's just a little pause, and he's like, thanks, Alex. I'll talk to you later, okay? And then I'll talk to you tomorrow, and the day after that, we'll be friends forever. And he just hangs up.
Okay, then yeah, I'm going to probably in the same suit I was wearing yesterday. My hunger is 4, so my compulsion is morbidity. So I also have aura of decay, so that's, something. Yeah, I'm gonna get in my car with my driver, tell my driver what kind of person we need to pick up, and then let them know that once I'm feeling better, I will make sure that they will be my driver forever.
He just sort of looks at you, quizzically with one eyebrow raised. A slight side eye, you're wearing the same suit. Just nods. He's not a man of many words.
Which is why he's my driver.
Exactly. So, where are you heading to?
Probably one of the upscale shopping centers. Looking for some fancy somebody. Somebody that looks more upscale and not cracked out, basically. Or even a college kid that doesn't look high or drunk or anything.
So you can go to probably the Westfield San Francisco Center, which is the largest mall in San Francisco and one of the largest in the area. So it's probably the easiest place for you to nab someone without being noticed. And they've got some fairly high-end department stores as well.
Yeah, I'll just wait in the back parking lot or whatever for somebody going to their car.
So we will leave Alex hunting. Rahm. Dear, sweet, hungry Rahm. You took your 2 ghouls back to your home. Or rather, Alex took the 3 of you and dropped you off.
Delightful that you assume I only have 2 ghouls.
No, just the 2 that were kidnapped. They were the only 2 that were there, so you don't sleep. And you were already feeling manic and hungry, and now you're stressed and manic and hungry. And I do believe, Rahm, that you're up to 5 hunger. So your compulsion, Rahm, is going to come out. And you know what that is. You start hallucinating. Wildly.
Oh, that sucks. I don't like that at all. Oh, that's great.
Mm-hmm.
Am I nauseous?
You're not nauseated, you're just really fucking hungry.
Oh, thank God. I hate it. I hate when I hallucinate and I'm nauseous.
Well, you don't really get nauseated much as a vampire. Not much. But the thing is, Rahm, you can't really tell what's real right now. And you know this happens when you're hungry. When you're this fucking hungry. But between the dreams and the living dreams that you're experiencing and the hallucinations, you have no fucking idea what's real, what's not, where you are, nothing. One moment you find yourself walking through a sea of blood that is flooding your basement downstairs. The next moment you have what looks like some pirates wandering around your kitchen upstairs. You have people talking to you and you go to respond and then they're not there. You have voices talking over each other in your head and you can't separate any of them out. It has been a very bad day for you, Rahm. And now you have 5 separate phones ringing.
I don't even have 5 separate phones. I have 2, possibly 3 phones, depending on if I have other people's phones. I don't even know. Speakerphone, immediately speakerphone. Hello. And welcome to Rahm. Hello.
You hear Vince's voice coming from under your couch.
Vince, that's a very expensive couch to the person who owned it like 3 people ago. Now it is not. But why are you under it?
Oh, the symptoms are so severe with you. Okay, Rahm, look, ignore that. I found a cure, Rahm.
Sweet. Like, you're gonna be famous. Like all of the yeah. For what did you? Is it like cancer?
Yeah, there's just like a pause, and he's like, no, Rahm, the dreams. I found a cure for the dreams.
Oh, hey, you know what? That's so much better.
And as you say that, Rom, you see your sire standing across from you in your doorway, looking very disapproving, and he's wearing a nice, neat suit, and he opens his mouth as if to lecture you about your lifestyle, like he has done so many times, and you just see a flood of bugs and insects come pouring out of his mouth and crawling up and down him, and maggots wriggling out of his eyes.
Whoa, that's not a good look for you, Dad. That is not a good look for you. That is, oh God. Oh, there's so many legs.
Rahm, are you okay?
Hi, Vince. How are you doing?
I'm okay. Okay, I'm okay. Look, I'm going to cure you. So that's good news. No more dreams, Rahm.
Oh, what if they're good ones?
So far, they've been terrible for all of us, so I don't think they're going to change.
That does match my experience.
Okay, so look, Rahm, it's very
Yeah.
important. I'm going to need you to bring me a human, and we're going to swing by, we're going to pick you up, and we're going to fix you.
Oh no. Do I have to wear a cone?
There's a pause as Vince is like, well, no, this isn't some kind of weird... No, I'm going to stop the dreams, Rahm. I'm going to stop the dreams.
All right, just like, okay, sweet. Human.
Yeah.
Human. Oh, man. My apps are not working. I usually just, we could like order something and like down the street, and then we could go and get the dude that brings the thing, and then you also get the thing that he brings. But I can't find, I can't. Okay.
Rom, all the paint in the room appears to be moving and rippling like it did the night before. It's all moving around you.
They're redecorating again, Vince. The walls are doing it by themselves.
Okay, Rahm, I'm gonna... You know what? You just stay at home. I'm gonna pick you up. It's gonna be fine.
Yeah. No, I like that idea. So, like, what's your ETA, and what color Toyota Corolla are you driving?
I'm not sure. I'll check in before I leave, but look, you'll know it's me, okay?
Okay.
Okay.
Are you gonna text?
I'm gonna text you.
Okay, we should use WhatsApp because they told me it's encrypted.
Oh boy, look, we'll talk about this later, but I'll message you and we'll meet up. It's gonna be okay.
All right. Yeah, no, I like this. This is a good plan. I like your plan. I'm gonna be on the outside of the building because that is less walls than the inside, and that I can't afford all the paint. So I'll be out there soon.
Rahm, maybe you should stay inside.
You would think that would be a good idea, but I'm gonna not do that. So we're gonna do is concrete is safe, and I'm gonna be near the concrete because that's a comfortable texture. We like that one. We're gonna do that one.
Okay, well, don't stray too far from home. I need to be able to find you very quickly later on, okay?
That's the plan. we're gonna attempt to do that.
Vince just hangs up. He's just like, there's a beep, and he's just like, oh my god, what the hell?
So Rahm hangs up the phone, or at least he thinks he hangs up the phone. He's not sure.
No, I don't. I throw the phone. The phone is not even here.
All right. So Vince, you just hear a crash, and it's the phone hitting the wall. And Rahm, you see the phone go through your sire's forehead, and he just looks at you disapprovingly and shakes his head.
What? It's got you like zeros and ones, and it's got a lot of them in there. They're yours. You can have them. I don't want them. I didn't want any of that. You get all of it. It's all yours. Congratulations. It's yours.
He opens his mouth and more maggots come wriggling out. And so we'll leave Rahm there arguing with his sire, or who he thinks is his sire. So, Marcus, you are out taking care of some business in the Castro district.
Yep.
It was a bit of a stressful situation getting in and out of your office this evening. There's still police tape set up. They haven't cleaned up the blood and everything off of the pavement in front of the union office, and none of the workers came in this evening except for Marie.
That makes sense. Marie's a passionate person, and she needs to be at work. So before I leave for the Castro district, I'm going to make sure Maria gets a glass of celebratory wine for making it into work this evening.
She takes it very thankfully and almost gulps it down. And you see her eyes get a little brighter, and she breathes a little deeper. I know we don't have to come in with all of this, but I was just sitting at home with the cats and Mom and worrying, and the dog was barking and it was driving me crazy, so I thought I should just come in anyway, take my mind off it.
You're better off here anyway, far more useful to the union.
Yeah, I can't work at home. Just too much going on. Stupid poodle.
There's an awful lot of things that are going to be happening very soon. You're going to see a lot of new faces. It's a good time for us.
Oh, cool.
Oh, yes.
Have they said anything about Greg? Do they know where he is?
Greg's fine.
Are you sure? The dead guy had his glasses.
Greg's fine. I checked on him at home.
Okay. That personal kind of touch calms her down. All right. Okay, so maybe he just dropped them in the parking lot, and they were there when the killer dropped the corpse or something. Okay, so I'm gonna get to work. I've got stuff to do, people to talk to. Jimmy's union office down at the other side of the docks needs me to do some paperwork since, well, so I'm just going to focus on that unless you need me to do something else.
No, actually, it's perfectly fine. It's maybe a good time to not be in the main office directly.
Should I go to another office? She looks confused.
You're all right. I tell you what, take your stuff, bring it upstairs, and sit in the loft and do work.
Oh, that sounds great, actually. It's much more comfortable up there.
Change your perspective. It'll help.
She starts packing up her laptop and pulling out file folders. You got it. I'll be on my phone if you need me.
I'll let you know. I'll be busy most of the night.
And I told the cops they can't come in without a warrant or your permission, so door's
They're
locked.
not getting either.
Yeah, I didn't think so. And she actively smiles at that.
Good. Have a good night, Maria. I'll be out.
Okay, see you, Marcus. You see her draining the last few dregs of the wine glass as you leave.
Gonna have to fucking lock my office, I think, but that's okay. I actually do lock the office before I leave because I don't want Marie getting too thirsty.
Absolutely. So Marcus is going about some business in the Castro district, so we'll leave you to your hunting for the moment. So, Alex, you were in the mall parking lot. You see people moving past you to their cars, walking the dog. You see a couple walking hand in hand. They're going to the bus stop that's near the mall. And everything just smells of death. Everything.
Okay. We'll try and focus on somebody who has the least amount of death around them.
So, I mean, they're all humans, right? So they all smell of death in a way, especially right now with your senses and your hunger the way they are. But you see someone who's got a very powerful death aura walking through. This young man who's got a toddler on in a stroller that he's walking through. He's got a very powerful aura. He doesn't have long, you don't think. So he's probably not a good one to go for. And then you see a 30-year-old woman going to her car. She looks kind of frantic and frazzled, and her mascara is running. She looks like she's been crying, and she fumbles with her keys. She drops them. She goes to pick them up, and then something falls out of her purse. She just seems to be a bit of a mess.
Perfect. Then I will just sneak up behind her, put my hand over her mouth, and pick her up and throw her in the goddamn car.
Okay, so if you're going to sneak up behind her, you're going to have to give me a roll for that.
Okay, I'll try. We'll see.
Uh-huh. So you're going to give me, I think, stealth plus dexterity, and you're going to take a penalty to that roll. So that is a 3 dice penalty because of your compulsion and your hunger.
Yeah, I can't do negative dice, though. Okay, so I'll just have
so
to roll it
you roll 1.
Hey, that's a 10.
Ooh. Okay, so 10's double, so that gives you 2 successes. So I'm going to say that you're able to grab her and put your hand around her mouth. She gets off a brief squeak, but you're able to pull her away from her car. It is messy. You leave her purse, her bags. She drops her keys as you grab her. She's clawing at your arms as you pull her away, but it's going to be obvious to anyone who looks here that there was a struggle or a scene of some kind, but you're able to drag her away and into the car.
People get nabbed at the mall all the time. I'm just saying.
So you grab her and pull her into the car?
Yes.
Do you knock her out? Tie her up? Or she's going to be thrashing in the back of your car until you get to Vince's?
I'll probably take my ascot off and gag her.
She looks absolutely terrified, and there is the strong scent of ammonia as her bladder loosens.
For real? You had to piss in my car? What the fuck? Yeah. So, and then I'm just gonna look at her because I probably look especially dead. If I have to, I'll use my intimidation and I will tell her, do not move.
She just freezes in place, and you can take yourself off to Rahm's. Or not to Rahm's, to Vince's.
Vince's, yeah. Not to Rahm's this time. No fun times. Serious times.
All right, Katerina. You informed Vince that you had other things to be doing tonight.
It's true.
So what are you up to?
I am tearing through this phone book because it's, who knows if it's been updated in a while, and I'm looking for a taxi service.
Well, taxi services are fairly easy to find. There's a lot of them. So you can just pick one at random or go with the first one and summon a taxi.
Yeah, I'll just go with the first one.
Okay.
How long is it going to be before they're here?
Well, in San Francisco, there's taxis pretty much everywhere. So they can be at your door in 10 minutes.
Fantastic. I'm going to go upstairs. I'm going to change really quick. And then I will be downstairs, waiting at the curb and tapping my foot very impatiently.
The taxi pulls up Pakistani man in the driver's seat. It's, Miss Bogdanovich.
Yes.
And the doors unlock so you can get in. Where to?
I need you to take me to the docks. I don't know exactly where.
That's a pretty big patch of territory, miss.
Oh, I know where you can drop me off. And I give him basically like 3 or 4 blocks away from the container that we've been meeting in.
Okay. So it takes a minute as you describe where you want him to drop you off, and he goes through Google Maps on his phone, and okay, I think I know. He's looking a little side-eyed at you, and he puts his hand under the steering wheel, and most people might not have noticed, but you start seeing a small red light blinking, indicating that you're being recorded. It's okay. Please buckle your seatbelt. Shouldn't take too long. But he feels very uncomfortable.
I noticed this.
You do.
I will say to him, I am sorry, I forgot I have something else to do. You may be on your way. And I will get out of the car.
That's going to be $10 for canceled cab fee.
No problem. And I'll give him a 20, because that's what I'll carry.
He looks more confused than ever, but he drives off.
Fantastic. I'm going to use public transportation, because the taxi feels like it's too conspicuous, and even though it's going to take longer, I have things I need to do.
You do indeed. So we'll leave you getting down to the area of the container. Alex has just procured a victim. Marcus is off doing things. And Vince, how are you planning to get Rahm exactly?
I am going to have to, oh my god, I'm going to owe every vampire in San Francisco a favor at some point, aren't I? But I'm not going to call on a vampire. I'm going to call on an actual human. I'm going to call...
You know those?
I still have some connections. I'm going to call on my old best friend, Robin Tucker.
So you call your friend Robin, and then after about 15 seconds of ringing, there's a Vince?
Robin, hey man.
What the fuck, man? It's been 3 years and you suddenly call me up out of the blue? You've been ghosting me, what the fuck? I thought we were friends, man.
Oh yeah, it has been 3 years. Robin, I'm really sorry. I'm in trouble, and I need your help, and I don't know who else to turn to.
Jesus Christ, man.
That chick I was with, turns out she was kind of trouble. And
no fucking duh. I was telling you that for like 6 months.
Well,
Too hot to handle that one.
You know me. I had to learn these things for myself.
There's a deep sigh. What do you need?
I need to borrow your car.
It's the middle of the night. You need a car?
I need to borrow your car. It will just be for tonight, and I will get it back to you tomorrow.
Here I was thinking you were going to invite me to a Tupperware party or something.
And Vince is like, I would have loved to invite you to a Tupperware party, but I'm not good to be around right now. Okay? Just, Rob, I'm sorry, bud. Because as this conversation is happening, Vince is actually going through, oh yeah, I grew up with this guy. We are actually the same age. I've been spending time with people way older than me recently. And I have a lifetime of memories with this dude until 3 years ago. This is awkward.
Robin sighs deeply. All right, fine. I guess, but you're going to have to get a beer with me later. Okay? None of this bullshit, none of this ignoring my calls, putting me off. You haven't even met my husband, and you're going to. You got it?
I got it.
We got married. You got an invitation in the mail, you fuckwit.
I'm sorry. It's like a really hoarse whisper. It's literally I'm sorry. I don't know how I got here, and I'm not entirely sure how I'm going to get out of it, but I'll explain a lot of stuff to you over a beer, and I'll be delighted to meet your husband.
You better. But he sounds a little bit calmer. Fine. Still living at the same place. You know where to go.
I know where to go. Okay.
I'll have Edward leave the keys. I have to go to work. If
Rob.
you disappear on me again, I swear to God, I'm going to hunt you down and kill you.
Rob, you're like the third person to say that to me this month. Or at least some
There's
variation
a
on it.
long pause.
He's like, don't worry. I'll talk to you soon.
Just be careful, man. There's a click as the phone hangs up. So you're able, without too much trouble, to go pick up his car. You know where he lives. You spent a lot of time there together, hanging out, playing video games, arguing over, well, for you girls, and you telling him about the guys he was seeing weren't good enough for him. But his car is there. It's older. It's fairly beat up. He's not super well off, but it's in decent condition. And the keys are waiting for you. So are you picking up a human first, or are you picking up Rahm, the chip-eating Malkavian, first?
I suppose in my mind it would make more sense that I know Rahm's, based on our phone call, in a very weird place, and it's going to be important to like get him locked down first.
All right, so you know where Rahm lives because you've gone with Alex to pick Rahm up before. So it takes you a little bit because you haven't driven in a while, but you find it after a few false turns. And you see Rahm sitting on the porch steps playing, what is it called? A banjolele?
Yeah, this is it's either that or a ukulele. I'm not sure which one.
So you see Rahm playing some instrument that looks kind of like a banjo, but not, and looking up at the sky and occasionally looking at a tree and calling it Dad, and just talking to no one. It's a good thing there aren't any humans out here, because it's a little suspicious.
Hey, Vince. Hey. Wait. Are you... Yes.
No, it. I've seen enough people out of their mind on drugs, both growing up in a rough neighborhood as Vince and working with people at end of life care, that he's like, yes, Rahm, it's me.
Yeah. Why are you here?
Vince goes over and he puts his hand on Rahm's shoulder. He's like, we're gonna stop the dreams.
Yeah, let's go do that. We're up, we're gonna go, and I'm standing, and I'm describing that I'm standing.
And Vince is like, Rahm, before we go, do you have any of your like little ghoul buddies that you like a little less than the rest?
Rahm stops talking for the first time since you've approached him. He is absolutely silent, and he just turns to you with a very serious and suddenly sober look on his face. It just goes, are you asking me which one of my ghouls is disposable?
Disposable is... I'm asking which of your ghouls would you be least upset if they gave their life for you?
That was a very interesting choice of words. And that was probably the reason why you are not on the ground right now. Why do we need... What? Vince, shut up, Vince. Why do we need a ghoul?
Well, technically, the procedure that I have for stopping the dreams,
Yeah.
it's terminal for one human.
So you make one. You go make one. You get the recipe. You put the pieces in the thing, and then you make one. It's not hard, Vince. It's really not. Did you did it, like, right? That girl, like, you did the thing.
Actually, there was something I wasn't planning on happened, and I no longer have my witness. I might have to get Alex to summon their spirit so that I can have them testify as to my genius. However,
sweet.
Yeah, no, it's pretty cool.
Yeah, that's cool.
But look, okay. If it's not one of yours, I'm gonna need... Look, Rahm, I have never hunted. I have never done any of that except one time where Alex found me a sex worker, and I just went for it. Rahm, I don't know what I'm doing.
Good for you, man. No, it's good.
Thanks, Rahm.
Yeah.
Rahm, I can make the hunger stop.
No, that is the goal right now. You adorable little mage. All right, so we gotta get one. We gotta get.
Okay,
we gotta get a.
I've got a plan. I've got a plan, and it won't take any of your ghouls.
You're sober, right? Like, you're good.
Yeah.
All right.
I thought drugs don't work on us, right?
Yeah, no, that's not what I'm talking about. Just listen. Okay, sweet. You're my battle buddy. Let's do this. All right, you're number one. All right, I'm gonna follow you, and I'm gonna give you advice.
I'm really looking forward to it, Rahm. Let's get you inside the house for like 5 or 10 minutes. I've just gotta talk.
My house? You want to go in my house?
Like 5 minutes.
That is an idea. That is not a good one.
Why not?
Well, first off, it's vibrating, but second off, there are people in there. There are people that I like.
Your sire whispers into your ear, Rahm. He's suddenly standing right next to you. Kill that one.
Like that one? Like
the Tremere.
Oh.
Kill him.
Maybe later. You're a bad person, and I don't like you, and you're not my real vampire dad. So no. And you're just, by the way, you're hearing all of this out loud.
Oh yeah, 100%. Vince is just like nodding. He's like, okay, Rahm, can you play your banjo and I'll just pop inside for like 2 minutes?
Yeah, I'll be right here. I've been smoothing out my fingernails on this concrete anyways, so we're just gonna continue doing that.
And Vince looks at his fingertips and is like, oh Jesus.
Oh yeah, like there's no fingernail left.
Yeah. But look, I'm gonna be back in a minute. I'm just gonna be a minute. And Vince is gonna go inside the house.
Okay, so technically, without being invited into another vampire's haven, that's a big breach of etiquette there, but, you know.
Have you seen him?
Yes. I don't think Vince particularly cares at this moment. So
no, I've got stuff to do.
All right, so you go into this house, and it smells of incense and a lot of interesting other scents, and definitely there's at least 10 people who live in here, judging by the number of shoes and things. There's beaded curtains and those little paper Chinese lamps hung up everywhere.
Hello?
And a tall, lanky person, shirtless, long, dark hair, pokes their head out from the stairwell. Yeah, man?
Hey, I'm a friend of Rahm's. Your master needs my help.
Yeah?
And to help him, I need your help. I'm gonna need you to give me a list of Rahm's clients and their addresses.
Are you sure you work with Master Rahm?
We're close confederates. Bosom buddies, even.
I don't know those words, man, but okay.
We're real tight.
He doesn't let people in if he doesn't like them, so I guess.
Yeah, no, I'm just like, look, he is in trouble, and I am.
Yeah,
Really need you to help me
that's
help
nothing
him.
new.
I wasn't allowed to talk about Karen when I was a ghoul like this. Fucking hell.
Hey, we're all one big happy family.
And you want to
They
save...
just sort of smile.
Yeah, and you want to save your family member, right?
Yep. Okay, cool.
Then I'm going to need you to help me. I'm going to need that list.
They're very obviously a bit high at the moment. I mean, if you just opened your third eye, man, you'd probably see it.
Oh, buddy, And it's like, what, you want me to sense the unseen? He's like, I can see ghosts.
No. The universe will lead you to the one that you need. I guess I'm gonna be the universe today, and I'm gonna tell you that the book is over there. Look at me. I'm the universe. I am guiding you to your destiny.
And Vince is just like, oh boy, it's just like being back home. Thanks very much, brother. I appreciate your guidance, universe. And he just picks up the book and is out the door. He's like, okay, Rahm, which one of your patients is dying?
What?
Yeah, you got any of them that are like...
Vince, do you know what we do?
I presume something similar to what I do, which is provide ease at the end.
No, Vince! Jesus Christ! Vince! Vince, I do cosmetic repair! I mean, like, there's some that, like, oh my god.
As you're saying that, the person you were talking to indoors pokes their head out the window, says, if you think about it, man, we're all dying inside.
Eric, I'm gonna open up a fourth eye if you don't get your ass back in the building.
Whoa, that sounds so cool. Okay. And the window slams shut. So the two of you can figure out, Rahm, are you going to help him find someone, or
Yes.
are you just... Okay.
Yeah, I'm taking control of this situation. I've got the book, and I'm like, Jesus Christ. Okay, so... Okay.
You'll do it in the car, come on.
Yeah, no,
You don't need the light, so... You don't need the light, don't turn it on.
Shotgun is fine. Okay, I'm in there. Sweet. Okay, yeah, no, okay. Rebecca has had she's had a double mastectomy. She had stage 3 breast cancer. We were helping with some scars from her replacement implants, but the cancer has recently come back, and she makes really, I mean, I didn't eat any, but like she makes nice cookies. We could go, I guess, Rebecca, but this is fucked up, Vince.
It's just like weirdly calm. He's just like, Rahm, I just talked to my best friend, the guy I grew up with, and I've realized a lot of things about what I've been doing are really fucked up. And I'm okay with most of them. That's the weird part. I just don't want what happened to Karen to happen to you. That's my number one priority right now. I'm going to stop that.
All right, let's go to... Okay, here's her address.
Okay, so the two of you go and procure a human, one of Rahm's clients. This is going to go over very well with your client base. And by the time you get home, Alex is there. Impatiently. Alex, you've been waiting about 15 minutes.
I probably have the chick like over my shoulder
On my lawn?
and knock. And then what?
On my lawn outside my bungalow?
Yes.
Vince sees this and he's like, oh my god, okay.
I'm probably knocking on the door like, Mina, I need in.
Did you knock her out?
No, but she's not moving.
You don't know how long you've been knocking, but you finally see a battered old car pulling up out front, and you see Vince and Rahm getting out with an unconscious woman.
Where's Mina? Mina? And I'm like probably still knocking on the door like frantically.
Yeah, Vince, Alex is wearing the same suit that they were wearing yesterday, and they're missing their ascot, and their face is kind of smudged up and their hair is not gelled.
And Vince is just looking at them like, oh, fuck me. I'm the most responsible vampire in the room. All right, everybody, let's get inside.
As I'm probably still like, Mina!
Vince just unlocks the door. He's like, I've installed a deadbolt since you were last here. You guys...
Yeah, but she can unlock it.
No. I don't try and make her do stuff. She's my grandaunt. It would be weird if I made her do things. And he just opens the door.
Why is she mad at me? What did you tell her?
And he like looks at Alex's face for the first time tonight, and he's like, oh dear. You doing okay there, Alex?
Why is Mina mad at me?
I don't know. You can ask Mina. She'll write on the wall. She'll tell you. But she could just be busy. She does stuff.
Should probably go inside.
Did you read to her?
Vince is just like, please, can we just go into the house? And he's like, I have neighbors.
Well, now that I've been invited in, yes, I will go in. I'll even shove past you.
Or he's like, okay.
So we'll leave the three of you with your willing or unwilling victims. Katerina, you were going to the docks and the shipping container. You have arrived at your destination.
So I will walk to the container, and then I will use my new / really, really old cell phone, or old school cell phone, to call Marcus.
So Marcus, at this point in the evening, you are finishing up, or rather, Frank is finishing up, and it's been an interesting evening for you. You have no idea what else is going on. You're feeling kind of tired, and you're feeling a little out of it. But as Frank tells you you're good to go, you hear your phone ringing.
Not a moment too soon. I pick up the phone. Yes.
Hello, Marcus. It's Katerina.
Hello. How can I help you, Miss Bogdanovich?
And I will be taken aback by that, that's for sure. Val, could you meet me at the shipping container?
Right now?
Please.
It's a busy night, but sure. I'll be there shortly.
Thank you.
I ease myself back into the car and drive to the shipping container. The mobile office.
The mobile office, yes. So you find Katerina. Are you sitting outside the shipping container, Katerina? Are you pacing around the block? What are you doing?
Oh, yeah. No, I'm pacing, but I'm pacing, like, just around the shipping container.
Yeah, Katerina does not look like she's doing super well at the moment, Marcus.
I pull up and get out of the car. Stand up. Try to adjust my jacket a little. I probably look a little uncomfortable. Walk over. I'm here.
You're back to Miss Bogdanovich?
I don't take it very kindly when people lie to me. I take it real seriously.
I did not lie.
A lie of omission is a lie. You were infected. We were together. You could have infected me. You knew that.
I would have stopped you. I wouldn't have let that happen to you.
You would have stopped me. I suppose we'll never know, right? What I don't hear is, I'm sorry. I shouldn't have. Or, I should have said something to you. Where's that? Where's any of that?
I didn't know how to tell you. And I am very sorry for that. I don't regret that we shared at all. But if you would prefer to stay clear, I understand. Every muscle in my body is tense.
There's a lot of things that are going to happen in the next few nights that are going to change how San Francisco works one way or the other. I learned an awful lot about you through Dima. I learned a lot about everybody, just like they learned about me. I don't know how loyal you are to the powers that be, but I heard a very nasty, ugly rumor that I won't repeat here.
Why not? It's just the two of us.
If things change in the city like I think they're going to, the change in leadership might have a different viewpoint of vampires like yourself. There are rules, and our prince has been consistently breaking them for your benefit. Others will see it that way. They already do. I'm not telling you you're in danger, but I want you to be careful. And maybe that's what I have to wrestle with still, right? You can put my entire unlife at risk, and I still care enough to warn you about what's coming. There are just some things that are in motion that no one's going to be able to stop. They're impossible. And that's because it's a system that they've built. It works on their turn. They choose when the keys move, not us. Did you sleep last night?
No, I didn't.
Does anybody know if Vince slept last night?
He did. He called me earlier this evening.
To
Say that he was cured. And that I need to find a human in order to be cured as well.
and you came here. I appreciate you coming here.
This was more important.
More important than your unlife? More important than all the nights ahead? It was more important?
Yes, it was.
If it's going to continue to be more important, then you should go and get yourself cured as soon as you can. Because there won't be any further nights if you succumb to whatever it is this sickness truly is, this disease. That's what I want for you. And if things do change, like I think they will, keep my number handy. You might need it. I look probably very physically exhausted. I might even look a little haggard is the right word for it.
So, I suppose I should ask, is this the last time I will be seeing you?
No, it won't be. I've made some plans of my own to stick around for quite a while. It'd be a shame to not see you at some point in the future. He'll reach over and take Katerina's hand. No more games. No more lies.
It wasn't a game. It wasn't a game.
All right. Then you'll go and get healed?
Yes.
All right. Do you need a ride?
Well, I need to find a human who is clean. And since there was no guarantee at the farm about who was and who was not, they have all been disposed of.
All right. I guess we'll have to grab some drive-thru.
And that is where we will leave tonight's episode. Thank you for joining us, and I hope we will see you next time. Thank you and good night.